Welcome back to Smiling with Erin D, and we're up for another week of the Movie Bracket Challenge. This week we have Soul vs. Aladdin, and I love that both movies made the next round. They're so different, but at the same time, there's a lot of similarities. So let's get started. In Soul, our main character is Joe Gardner. He's a music teacher who dreams of becoming a jazz musician. And in Aladdin, we have Aladdin who dreams of not being a diamond in the rough kind of guy anymore, but he wants a better life. He wants to also win the Princess Jasmine. He dreams of not being a street guy anymore. Now, in Soul, we have to go to the great beyond for Joe Gardner's journey to really begin. And in Aladdin, Aladdin has to meet Genie, who grants him the wish of becoming Prince Ali. So both have to change who they start as in the beginning of the movie to really begin their journey to find out who they will be. So I like both starts. Now let's talk about the sidekicks. Soul, we have Soul number 22 as our main sidekick. And Soul number 22 is missing the spark. I love Soul number 22. We're just going to call her 22. How she's pretty happy just being chill in the great beyond. But deep down, she really wants to find that spark. And you can tell because there's something missing for her or him. But in Aladdin, we have Genie, who is just plain funny. And Genie is the mentor, really, to Aladdin, and making Aladdin kind of come into who he's really supposed to be, and not just wishing. Now, one similar thing is in Soul, Joe Gardner is supposed to be the mentor to 22. But in Aladdin, Genie is the mentor to Aladdin. So we see mentoring in both movies. Kind of flipped though. Maybe not, because 22 really does mentor Joe Gardner in some ways, but in other ways, he so doesn't, because he's just a sarcastic kid stuck in the body of Joe Gardner. Now, in all movies, there's got to be a villain. But in Soul, they did it very differently, because the villain is just the counter. Joe Gardner was supposed to go to the afterlife, but he jumped out of line, making the counter have to go find him. And we have, in Aladdin, we have Jafar, who really is more of our typical villain. He wants to become the ruler, and he's willing to destroy people to become it. And so that's really interesting, how the villain in Soul is taking a really new perspective. And Aladdin is more of our traditional. So, do you like the traditional, or do you like the new roundabout way? Both movies have emotional roles we go through. In Soul, we have Joe realizing that the small things are really what matter. And in Aladdin, we have Aladdin find that he could have one last wish and he could get what he wants, but instead he sacrifices that wish for what's really important, Genie's freedom. And so both characters come to realizations of what's important and where they need to be. Now, in the end, I think they both get their happy ending. Aladdin gets his Jasmine, and Soul, we see Joe Gardner get his happy ending, which is realizing what truly makes him happy in life, which is teaching. And fulfilling his love of music may not be as he dreamed, but sometimes life can be even better than we dream. We just have to open up our eyes and get ourselves seeing what's in front of us instead of seeing what's behind us. So I like both lessons in both movies, but I can't wait to hear what you think and who you're voting for this week. Let me know. I can't wait to find out. Bye. Don't forget to vote, 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 comment section, and our community page.